What did I tell y'all? Y'all was saying I was lying. Oh, we're not going to get Kevin Durant. The Rockets and the Miami Heat are the more realistic landing spots for Kevin Durant than the Spurs at the moment, per Shams.
Makes sense, but Pat, honestly, the Rockets and the Heat are more realistic as of right now.
So whenever you said
than the Spurs.
Whenever you said the timeline or the assets and everything like that, you're saying these other teams seemingly much more interested when it comes to what the offers are potentially going to be and when those offers are going to be made.
Yeah, like the players that it would take to get a deal done, the draft capital that it would take to get a deal done. Those, Houston, Miami, Minnesota, a little bit more motivated, and there's a couple other wild card teams just a little bit more motivated.
So a Kevin Durant trade with the Houston Rockets or the Miami Heat is a piece or two away from happening, per Shams on the Pat McAfee show. Guys, at the end of the day, like I said, nothing is guaranteed in the NBA when it comes to trades, or especially for the Miami Heat, especially when you have the media pushing for Kevin Durant not to go to Miami. This probably all comes down to Khalil Ware and maybe a first-round pick or maybe 2 first-round picks. But once again, I want to hold on to Khalil Ware. I want to have a starting lineup of Davion, Tyler, KD, Bam, and Ware. You're going to have versatility. You're going to have defense. You're going to have size. And I'm tired of being out-rebounded. I'm tired of being small. I'm tired of, guys just dunking on us in the paint. We need a dominant big man, and I want to see what can Khalil Ware provide going into the future. I know a lot of Miami Heat fans want to hold on to Jovic, and I understand. But then at the same time, we might have to trade him. It is what it is. You have to be able to give to get. The Phoenix Suns reportedly have no leverage in the Kevin Durant trade talks and may have to reduce their high asking price. The Phoenix Suns may be placing too high of a value on Kevin Durant and might have to reduce their asking price in negotiating a trade. League sources. Okay, the Suns have no leverage is part because of Durant's age and because he wants to refresh somewhere else, league sources say. The idea of Durant returning to a team that entertained deals for him before in the 2025 trade deadline isn't a pleasant one. And at the end of the day, they can't afford to pay a $400 million payroll. They can't. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to win with Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant. They can't even build a proper roster because of how much money they're paying those 3 guys. Now, this is the stuff I want to hear. So, Spo was the loudest for Kevin Durant. The more people I talk to, the more it seems by Spoelstra who wants this deal, per Ethan J. Skolnick. Shout out to 5 Reasons. Now, per Legion Hoops, the Spurs could hold off on Kevin Durant and stockpile assets for a bigger star. I think they're going to really be stockpiling their assets for potentially a bigger move, a bigger player, someone who may fit their timeline better. Of course, they have Victor Wembanyama, Darren Fox. Kevin Durant would be a great veteran role guy that they are going to need for experience. But it's like what they said, bro. They have the number 2 pick and the number 14th pick. Take those 2 picks and improve your roster. This is a loaded NBA draft. I understand everybody wants Kevin Durant, but those 2 potential picks would fit their roster better going forward, especially when you have Kevin Durant, who's 37 years old. And listen, at the end of the day, they're going to have to reduce this asking price. Okay? I need Bam. I need Spo on that phone. And you better get Kevin Durant over here immediately. I don't care how long it takes, but we need Kevin Durant on the Miami Heat. Now, guys, don't worry. We are almost rid of this bum. The Clippers are the favorites to be Terry Rozier's next team. I don't know how it's going to happen, but we got to get Terry off this roster. Whether it's with the Phoenix Suns and they waive him or whatever the case may be, but we got to get him off this roster. Now, let's get into these trades because I'm not going to lie. These trade options are better than the Miami Heat. However, it's either KD or the Phoenix Suns don't want these trades or don't want these players exactly. So the Minnesota Timberwolves currently have a trade framework for Kevin Durant that includes Rudy Gobert, Dante DiVincenzo, Rob Dillingham, or Terrence Shannon Jr., and pick 17. My thing is, how are you going to get rid of Rudy Gobert? He's proven that he was phenomenal on defense, even though I think he's fraudulent sometimes. But without Cat now, how are you also going to lose Rudy, which you're going to lose all your size, your versatility, and your defense, and a rim protector and a shot blocker? I just don't see why they would include Rudy Gobert. If anything, you're going to turn back into the Phoenix Suns where you have Anthony Edwards and Kevin Durant who are so ball dominant, and they both need the ball. So I don't understand why you would get rid of Rob Dillingham, too. He's a solid piece, even though it's going to take him some time to develop. It's just, once again, I just think that when you make it to the Western Conference Finals, you don't get rid of your starting big man. You also have the Toronto Raptors' current offer for Kevin Durant. R.J. Barrett, you have Quickly, Jakob Poeltl, and pick 9. I don't think that's bad. They're giving you a top 10 pick. Then you also have the Rockets, who offer Jalen Green and Jabari Smith for Kevin Durant, but the Suns don't want Jalen Green. So this is going to be very interesting. Like I said, I feel like if the Miami Heat were to include Khalil Ware right now, the deal will be done. But I understand why they're holding out. Why do we always have to give up our main guys? Why do we always have to give up all our assets? So I 110% agree with the Miami Heat. But let's see where Kevin Durant lands. Hopefully with Miami. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. We're pushing to 8,000 subscribers.